So hi friends, today we are going to talk about a frequently used programming tool called Git and GitHub. So before that, we are going to understand what Git does, what are its uses, and where do we use Git? What are the use cases of using Git? So for example, if you are a single programmer, what you're going to do is you are going to work on your laptop and you are going to write some code and you are going to save that on your local system. And again, when you want to work on that, you're going to save on the local system. And if you want to take backups, what you're going to do is at max, you're going to save it in cloud, Google Cloud, Google Drive, or any other place, or you can save in your external hard disk to take backups for that data for that piece of code. Now, let's say since you were a small company, you were writing code on your system and you were saving that on your system. Now, let's say your company grows or your project grows, and there's another user that has joined your company, and he also works on his own laptop, and he wants to contribute to the code that you have written. So what you do is you can start uploading your code on Google Drive, and he can download it from the common Google Drive and go to that code and make changes and then upload it back on the Google Drive from where you can download it again. And now what is going to happen? For example, you have a file test.c. He is also working on a file test. Let's say it is going to be smooth if he is working on some file.c, some.c, and you are working on test.c, and you both are making changes in different files, and you are basically saving your code in Google Drive. So as you can see, there are going to be lots of challenges when you are contributing or collaborating. Two or more people are collaborating to the same piece of code. Even what you're going to do is you have to maintain some tool or some way to merge those changes, whatever changes whatever change Rahul does and whatever change Somesh does. You have to uh, basically track those changes, and you have to merge those changes in the final repository, so that both changes in test.c and sum.c are going to reflect together. Now, as this increases, as the number of people interacting with the code increases, it is going to create more and more challenges. And even if the number of people are not increasing, let's say you are working on test.c and now Rahul has to work on test.c. What is going to happen? You are going to have nightmares of trying to merge your code manually. You are going to find out the changes that Rahul does, and you are going to find out changes you have done, and you have to merge them manually line by line, and you have to see that whether everything is working or not, and it is going to create nightmares for your life. So here comes the rescue. Git was the tool that was written by Linus Torvalds, creator of Linux, to handle this case of scenario in which contributions from multiple users or even a single user can be tracked and can be merged efficiently, so that multiple people or even single person can track changes in the code that have gone through. So for example, what Git does is, what you're going to do is you are going to create a repository. Okay, going to create a repository. Let's start with the repository that I have created, test repo. I'm going to start the command git init. What it does say is it has initialized an empty Git repository in temp test repo.git. Okay, now let's try to create a file vi sum.txt. Now I'm going to write hello world. Hello world. Okay, I am saving this file wq. Now file is saved. Now I want to check what is the status of my current repository. I'm going to issue the command git status. It says that there are no commits yet on the master branch. Master branch is the default branch. I'm going to tell you everything about it, so don't worry. Now it is saying that there's untracked files sum.txt in the repository. Repository is basically the folder of your code. So I am going to add this file in my repository sum.txt by adding issuing the command git add sum.txt. Let's see what it does. It has added sum.txt changes to be committed. It is saying that what are the changes to be committed. Now let's see what happened with the commands that I did. So each and every change in a particular file is tracked in a commit. So for example, you added hello world to sum.txt, you have committed this, you have basically added the file and you are ready to commit this file. So what I'm going to do is git commit -m. It is going to give me message added line hello world. It says that added it has created the commit. It is the root commit or the first commit of your repository. Now let's take what is the status. On branch master, nothing to commit, working directory clean. So it means that the changes hello world were in this commit and we are here. So everything is committed, everything is fine. Now let's try to upload these changes to our Git repository. So we are going to go to github.com and we are going to open Palashful, and this is my repository. Now I'm going to create a new repository. Now I'm going to create a new repository with the name test_repo. Okay, and I'm going to make it a public repository. Private repository if you have some proprietary code or if you have some code that you don't want to share with the world. I don't have any inhibitions of sharing this to the world. Let's create the repository. So it is saying how are you going to handle it. It's saying that if you have a new repository, you have to run these set of commands, and if you want to push an existing repository from the command line, you can run this command. So we have existing repository. So what I'm going to do is run this command git remote add origin github.com this. So our origin is added. I'm going to do so what is origin? Now let's understand what is origin. This is your laptop and you are coding on this laptop, and you're working on this, you're committing here, your data is being your work is being saved in your hard disk, and this is github.com. Whenever you basically this is the local repository. This is my local repository that we're talking about here. As you can see, this is my local repository and origin is GitHub. I have added origin and it points to here. So when I will say on which branch I am, git branch is going to show me which branch I am. It says that I am on branch master. Let's push my changes to origin or github.com. Currently my changes are here. In my local laptop, and I want to send those changes to github.com so that other collaborators can access that code. So I'm going to do git status, everything is committed, and I have file sum.txt. So I'm going to add git push origin. Let's see what happens. So I am pushing to origin my branch master. So my code is being pushed from my local system and it is traveling over the internet to github.com on the URL that I have added as origin. In this case, I have added my repository testrepo.git at github.com. Let's see github.com. Let's try to refresh this page. So you can see my sum.txt file is now available and it is having hello world, and this is the commit message that I had added when I was committing my data, committing my work. So this is basically a pointer to other developers of what changes have you done in this commit. Commit is basically a set of changes to one or more than one file. So my commit is now my code is synced to GitHub. Any other user, if they want to get that code, they can get that code by pulling this piece of code. Okay, and they can start working on it. Now let's try to do another commit. Then I'm going to basically explain you what all this commit means. Vi sum.txt. I'm going to add from second commit text added from second commit. Okay, so I'm going to escape and save this file. Let's see what is the status of my current repository. It says that on branch master changes not committed, stage for commit. So if you want to stage your commit, stage your changes for committing, you have to do git add sum.txt. Then you can see status. It is saying that changes to be committed as sum.txt. Let's see first of all git log. What does it say? It gives me the commit ID of the changes that I had done. It says that my head. Now this is what we're talking about now. My head, this is the head, is currently on hello world with commit C1. This is the commit C1 or the set of changes that I had done in sum.txt, and I had changed, I have added some files. Its status is going to give me this. If I want to unstage this commit, what I'm going to do is git. Let's add this file git git commit -m making second commit. Okay, or any other text you want to give with that commit. So I have added that commit git status and git log. Now it shows me two commits. My recent commit is here making second commit and the root commit is here. So now what has happened is, since I have made second commit, my head has moved from here to here. C2. My head has moved from C1 to C2. Now let's try to upload these changes to GitHub. Git push origin master. I'm going to push my master branch to that origin of GitHub. So let's try to refresh the page and see whether we have got second commit. Currently they're showing the added line hello world in the, which was a commit message from the first commit. Let's try to refresh this page. Making second commit. Now the commit message has changed to the second commit. Let's see the contents of the sum.txt file. Now this is showing hello world text from second commit. Okay. So our changes are here. Now what we are going to do is we are going to see some interesting things that we can do. Now what we are going to do is currently our branch is master. This is the master branch. This commit was done. This commit was done. So what I'm going to do is I am going to cut a different branch. This is the normal branch that is working, and I'm going to cut a branch B2. I'm going to make a different branch B2. Okay. Now, how are we going to create a new branch? Git branch B2. And when we write git branch, it is going to show me that I have two branches on my system, master and B2. But currently I am on master. Currently my head is on master. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change my branch. This basically commit remains the same. Creating another branch B2, and I'm going to change my branch to git to B2 by git checking out that branch, git checkout B2. Switch to branch B2. Now what we are going to do is git status. It says that on branch B2, nothing to commit, working tree clean. Okay. So we have not made any changes in the branch B2. What we are going to do is we are going to make some changes. Let's see the contents of some.txt file. This is the thing. Data added text from branch B2. We are going to add this text. We are going to add this file. Git status. It is going to git status. So it is saying that there is some changes that I've done in sum.txt file. I want to see what changes have I done in this sum.txt file. So now I want to see what changes have I done in this branch B2. What I'm going to do is git diff. And I'm going to see what all uncommitted changes are there. Now it is showing me the uncommitted changes. Text from branch B2 has been added. It is showing in green, and the normal text it is showing in white. So I know that in current changes, I have added this line which is showing in with plus and green. Now I'm going to add sum.txt. I'm going to commit -m commit from B2 branch. Okay, and git status. And now I'm going to push this branch to GitHub. Git push origin. Now I'm going not pushing the branch master. I'm pushing the branch B2. So I'm going to do git push origin B2. Okay. So now my branch has been created. Let's see. It is saying that a branch B2 had recent changes pushes less than a minute ago. Now it is showing in the branches section. This is the branch notation. We can select B2. In the master branch, you can see that we are still seeing making second commit. Okay, so this is the second commit. Let's see what are the contents of the main branch. Sorry. Let's see what are the contents of sum.txt in the master branch. It is still having text from second commit. It is not having the third commit that we have done here. third commit that we have made to the sum.txt file, it is not having that. Let's try to see sum.txt file which is present in B2 branch. Now you can see in the B2 branch, text from branch B2 is present. Now this is the beauty of Git. It is not GitHub's feature, it is Git's feature. So for example, here you can also see the same thing. What you can do is Git status, it is going to show that you are currently on branch B2. You can cat the contents of sum.txt and it is going to show you the text that is present. Now let's try to go back to branch master and see what are the contents of what are its contents. So I'm going to do git checkout master. I'm now on branch master, and now I'm going to cat sum.txt. You can see that on branch B2 we had this content. On branch B2 we had this content, and on branch master we had this content. So on the same system you can have multiple versions of the file in multiple versions in multiple branches, and you can work on them simultaneously or in any way possible, and you can keep your code as you want. Now this third commit is present in branch B2 but not present in branch master. Now let's try to bring these changes to master branch. How I'm going to do that? What I'm going to do that is I'm going to merge B2 branch in the master branch. Going to merge B2 branch in the master branch. How we do that is by git merge command. Git checkout master. We are now on master branch. What I'm going to do is git merge B2. Okay, so it is going to merge the contents of commits from these two branches. We are going to see git log on branch master. It is showing only 2 commits, and we are going to see git log on B2 branch by checking out to B2 branch. Now on branch B2 git log, it is showing 3 commits. You can see on in branch B2 we have 3 commits: 1 commit, 2 commit, 3 commit. On branch master there were only 2 commits. So we want to bring this third commit to branch master as well. So we are going to go to branch checkout branch master by git checkout master. We are going to merge branch B2 in the current branch. We are on this branch. We are here. We are here. So we are going to merge this change in this master branch, so that master branch comes to here. Currently it was on the second commit. We are going to bring the master branch to the third commit. What we are going to do is git merge B2. So you can see there has been one line addition in sum.txt file. Fast forward and let's try to see contents of sum.txt. Now we have text from branch B2 also in the sum.txt file in GitHub, in Git. So what we are going to do is we are going to push these changes to master branch. Okay, so let's see what are the contents of let's try to go to this. Now you can see we have commit from branch B2 also present here. So let's try to visualize this change by git k. There is a utility called git k. Let's try to visualize this. So you can see first commit was made, second commit was made, then on branch B2 and master are both on this commit. Now let's try to make another commit in branch master. Git. We are going to make git vi sum.txt another master commit. Okay. So you can see v2 and master both are pointing to the same place, and there are some uncommitted changes. There are some uncommitted changes which are present. So let's commit those changes. Git status, git diff is going to show me the difference. It is showing that I have added this changes. Git commit -m port commit in master. Okay. Okay, I have not added, so it has not added that file. Git add sum.txt, and now I'm going to run this commit. So it has added that. Let's try to git log. So it is showing me the fourth commit in master, commit from branch v2, making second commit, and then the first commit. Okay, now let's push those changes to GitHub. Git push origin master. Now these changes are pushed. Now fourth commit in master is here. Now we are going to see another beauty of Git, which is reverting to an old state. For example, current contents is git sum.txt. Now I wonder that I have written some bad code and I don't want to. I want to revert to a previous state which was present in the second commit. Here. I don't want. Currently, I'm here. Currently, I'm here on the fourth commit. My head is here. This is the head of the commit where I am. Now I don't want these changes. Fourth commit and third commit. I want to revert to an old state of the program which was running. So what I'm going to do is I am going to revert, going to check out to this commit and see the state that the state of the code on the second commit. So what I'm going to do is git log. So it is showing me making second commit. I'm going to copy the commit ID. What I'm going to do is, since like I was git checkout, I was giving branch v2. Instead of branch, I can also give the commit ID. What it is going to do is it has brought me to the second commit, and now let's see what is the state of the file. Git status. I am on branch 22f. This git. Not git, let's cat sum.txt, and now voila, we have reverted back to the second commit. All the third and the fourth commits that we had done are now present somewhere else, and we have reverted our state of the file to the second commit. Now this is very strong command which can help us revert the changes which we have done previously if they're not working, or if you want to revert to a previous state of the code. That is very helpful. So that is all on the Git front in the first lecture on Git and GitHub usage. I hope you liked the video. Please share your comments, and we can discuss it more in the future videos. Thank you so much.